Hi, happy Wednesday, everyone. Welcome. I am Meredith. I'm here with our message for the peak of the week, 6th of December, 2023. We're using Tarot of the Owls for our message today. Obviously, tuning into the energy atmosphere. We have the sun in Sagittarius. The moon is in Virgo, though it's going to shift into Libra a little bit later today. Venus is in Scorpio. Neptune station direct very early wee hours this morning. So one more out of the retrograde list, out of the retrograde parade. Let's see what the tarot cards have to say about navigating our day. Our first two cards. And we start with, hey, the Magician. Didn't we start with the Magician yesterday? Paired with the Nine of Cups. Ooh, that's awesome, because this is the wish card. The dream comes true. Lots of fulfillment. Ace of Cups, the power of 9 there. How fabulous is that? You know, we've been talking a lot about the way we invest in our world, and that we've been in a long period of profound manifestation energy, which is fabulous. So keep it going. And we've been challenged by the presence of Three of Swords, the Devil, the Tower even. We've had the High Priestess and the Death card come together. So we've been moving energetic mountains. That's how I feel about it, according to the cards. And we're celebrating all of our efforts here by making our dreams come true. And we're doing it miraculously and magically. One of the things I love so much about the Magician is he or she has all the tools, and yet they're not wielding any of them. They're not engaging any of them. They're really directing. The Magician directs the will. And what is the will? It's all of that love, bliss, joy, and happiness on overflow to the power of 9 to bring our dreams into reality. Our next card, or what we perceive to be reality. Here's the Four of Wands. Holy, yeah, I almost dropped an F-bomb right there. Okay, so super stable card, happiest in the minor arcana. What's it all about? And it's all about this right here, to create our heaven on earth. This is the 1111 card as well, and it indicates a portal. So stepping through a portal to a world of our creation. We direct all of this. And yesterday we were talking about what our belief system, what our programming could be, maybe what is potentially in transformation. And how do we capitalize on all this magic that we have the ability to channel and turn into our dream, our greatest fulfillment. And now the cards, and this is why I'm switching decks day to day, because I don't want to get in a situation where y'all are thinking I'm not shuffling these cards well enough, and we're getting these, repeat messages because the cards haven't been handled well enough. So it's wonderful to use a different deck each day and go through the shuffle, see what falls out as we're turning it over here. And we're starting with the Magician again. How fantastic is that? So there's a consistency to the energy is what I'm getting at. And our next card is the Fool. I like this as well. Did we have the Fool yesterday too? I don't think so. Anyway, here's the Fool, taking new steps in the journey. And this is a great transition card. I like that it's falling in the middle of the reading too, because the Fool is 0. It's the very first major arcana card. And traditionally speaking, as I've heard other tarot readers speak over this card, and whatever I've read about this card, has us in consideration that we're doing something we've never done before. And in one respect, that is so. However, one of the things to pay attention to is that the major arcana is about the Fool's journey through the tarot. And once you get to the world, which is the last card of the major arcana. Everything resets, goes back. So how many times have we been down this track is the question. And what I like about this the most is the Fool truly represents us maybe doing some of the same things we've done, but doing it in a fresh way with new eyes and some excited anticipation. Excuse me. And it feels like the Fool is making the most of the Nine of Cups to create a super stable foundation with Four of Wands and a greater sense of happiness. And this is the new part here. We may have liberated ourselves and set ourselves free in a way that we have had yet to experience. So that's the new and fresh perspective here of the Fool in the reading. It's a whole new world on the other side of this portal. And what are we bringing with us through the portal? Our dreams, our wishes, our inspirations, our magic, and our tendency toward being the greatest miracle there ever is or will be, right? And this is us creating heaven on earth. And we're taking some tender, new, fresh steps at this vibe, at this frequency. That's exciting. And then, oh, how fantastic is that? Now we have the Hanged Man. See, looking at life from a completely different angle, a whole different perspective, and yet another portal influence on this card. So this is the card that has us pausing for enlightenment. And what this says to me is that we have all adapted to savoring and cherishing the precious moments where we cross these thresholds, step through these portals, and look at everything with an open heart, an open mind, and a willingness to embrace the unknown nuances of the joy and the happiness that comes out of this Nine of Cups. All of our own making. And here we go again. Here's another repeat card from yesterday's reading. We've got the Eight of Wands. Swift moving energy. There's no way that moss is going to grow on us. Truly, we're like rolling stones right now. Which is excellent. And this is incoming information on the Eight of Wands. It's a double Four of Wands. So that's like the Four of Wands to the third power in the reading. Incredible, incredible opportunity to expand our happiness, our awareness of happiness. Also, I feel in this is the influence of our soulful presence. We're so much more connected in heart space to our soulful presence and so much less connected to vulture thoughts and ego speak, wherein we're able to, with the influence of the Hanged Man in the reading, take a look at whatever shows up out of our programming, ego awareness, right? And then we calmly, kindly, and in a state of unconditional love, address those old messages, the old story, and ask ourselves, does this serve? Does this not serve? And then we are swiftly taking action on that because we're very much in tune with our Nine of Cups and the loving overflow coming out of them, spilling onto the foundation of our Four of Wands. And then we get this opportunity to take another look at what's going on swiftly with our Four of Wands as we take new steps into a whole new world of experience for ourselves, where we're continuing to magnify our happiness and ground that happiness into something real and stable and lasting for ourselves. So be aware of your intuitive messages today because there is incoming information on this Eight of Wands. It's going to happen fast. This could also be communication with other individuals today. This could be an inner dialogue between ego speak, soulful presence, and we sort something by looking at it differently and then taking a new action. And this is also a card of great unity. It is referred to as a marriage card in ancient tarot. It's how energies are woven together. And I like this end-to-end connection in the reading where we start with the Magician and we end with the Eight of Wands over here, because it feels like an infinity cycle. So we are infinitely channeling, challenging, moving, growing, enlightening, and expanding our awareness of happiness and joy. And anything unlike that falls into our unconditionally loving gaze for reconsideration. Let's see what's on the bottom of the deck. How is the universe serving us from behind the scenes? What's not exactly obvious to us? We have the Page of Wands. And I feel the, this is the word that comes to mind, tempestuous energy. I need to look that one up to make sure I'm using it correctly here. Anyway, we have a temptation to be in our excited anticipation with perhaps some blinders on. However, what supports us here is the Hanged Man and the Fool and the Nine of Cups. Well, a little bit of the Magician mixed in with that too. So there's this desire to kick up our heels in the fire of our passion, creativity, enthusiasm, and joy. And this card feels like, believe it or not, a little bit of old programming to me. Let's see what comes next. Queen of Swords. What a great card to stabilize this page, because the temptation wrapped within the excited anticipation could have us being very impulsive, let's say. And the Queen is a no BS kind of court card to pull. And I love that about her. She's very aware of whatever is nonsense and foolishness. So she's very keen on being a witness to ego speak and then dealing with it immediately. So it's pretty sweet to have a very experienced, grounded, centered, wildly aware queen sitting next to the excited anticipation of a Page of Wands. This will keep us steady is what I'm getting at. And then we have the Seven of Cups. Ooh, nice, because this is a great reinvestment of the Nine of Cups, Four of Wands, Eight of Wands, Fool energy here. So what's happening now that we find ourselves at a new vibe, a new frequency of joy and happiness, it opens up a door for a lot of opportunity and option. And this card could be the which way do I go, which way do I go card. It's a reminder for us to follow our heart. And if that gets challenging, we can lean into our Queen of Swords, Divine Feminine energy to cut through any nonsense and BS of old stories and then get down to the business of living in the joy of these cups, creating heaven on earth on our Four of Wands foundation over here. Six of Swords, another familiar card recently. This is us moving into calmer waters, greener pastures. It's momentum and it's movement. We certainly have it here with the Eight of Wands, and it's continued in the Six of Swords. And what I feel over here is, or between these two cards specifically, is a unity between head and heart. Yeah, look at that. And there is the King of Pentacles. There's our very stable, divine masculine energy. So that is the energy in which we will take action. Stable, considered, and completely focused on what brings us closer to Magician, Nine of Cups, rather than further from all of this joy and fulfillment over here. Let's take a look at Angel Answers. It's a very well-balanced reading, a very well-balanced energy atmosphere. This is a great deck for answering questions, getting confirmation. Okay. A card we pull so often here. Listen to your intuition. It is your greatest guide. It's your inner voice, right? And it's followed by it's up to you. All of this has been your choice. This doesn't happen to you. All of this has happened for you. And it's because you've chosen to take a look at some of your greatest challenges where you were fortified and strengthened and you decided to carry on. I think we saw the Nine of Wands yesterday, and I feel like this is the result of having such an enduring spirit. By choosing to bravely and courageously challenge ourselves, we're creating this kind of happiness for us. We've chosen this because we've listened to our intuition so well. Next. Haven't seen this card too often in all the years we've been doing this, and I believe we saw it last week. And here it is again. Here's our soft no card. And what I feel there is the connection to the Fool and the Hanged Man in the reading, because we're taking a look and getting a really good bird's eye view of the bigger picture. We've seen that with the Seven of Wands showing up repeatedly in prior readings. We've got a great view of the big picture. We're looking at our horizon. We know that we want to, desire to create more happiness for ourselves. And just like that Seven of Cups that we saw, we have to choose in the moment what brings us closer to the fulfillment of our Nine of Cups and all the magic we're making over here on this amazing foundation, which means with the Queen of Swords present, there are times to say no. And what we are saying no to is the nonsensical chatter of the ego voice, because we're listening to our intuition. For some of you asking questions of the deck in a yes, no, there's your no. Next card. Fantastic. You're ready. Be assertive. And let go. Yeah, let go into this magical overflow here on the Nine of Cups. Let's take a look at the Shaman's Dream Oracle. Final word on the reading today. Wow. How is our soulful presence informing our waking consciousness? Okay, here we go. We've got Fool's Embrace. Hey, there's the Fool doubled in the reading. Transmuting pain. Oh, I like that message. It's number 22. I've been seeing a lot of twos personally in the angel numbers. I've been looking that up, and you know, it's a message of don't give up 5 minutes before the miracle happens. And we're certainly seeing a lot of miraculous energy here in the reading. Fool's Embrace. This is taking a leap of faith and transmuting pain. Let's go back in time a couple of weeks in the readings. We saw a lot of that Three of Swords, and we saw the Devil, we saw the Tower, many others already mentioned, right? So it's those challenges of prior experience that have put us on a launch pad into this kind of manifestation and happiness, and we're making it happen. We're letting go of all of that. We're transmuting those energies, seeing the silver lining, and making more King of Pentacles out of it. I think we saw the Three of Cups and the Two of Cups yesterday from the underside of the deck, and that's us, you know, showing up in the way we desire to be met and then making more of the energy on offer. And I feel like that's what's going on here. So be present with the silver linings for all that has challenged you in your spiritual journey and on your path through the day-to-day of living your fabulous life. Thank you for joining me here. Have a beautiful Wednesday, everyone. Peace, love, blessings. Namaste.